To paint it in the best possible light. I know they are. Calm down, Mr. Bassman. Oh my God, listen! Ow! That guy's insane. Okay, calm down. Hey, I know the left is trying to paint the uprisings of Wisconsin against Governor Walker. Don't you see the Democrats are fleeing? That's not really the greatest thing in the world, is it? Democrats are fleeing to avoid the Republicans' culture wars. The Repubs have forgotten all about jobs, and now that they're back in power have said, I'm not gonna give the ball back. I'm a Republican. I'm not gonna give the ball back. Watch the Republican run around. Take it, bass player. Hey, hey, hey. While it's good to see that the American people are as progressive as I, Perry Logan, always thought, and are protesting against this terrible governor who is clearly a cad, part of the right-wing effort to screw up the U.S. for everybody but the rich, I don't see this as such a victory for the Democrats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't you see, folks, the image of Democrats hiding, or, if you will, turning into birds and flying into the tree, as Perry so fancifully puts it? That's not exactly the most heroic winning image in the world, especially when you remember that the Democrats wouldn't have to be running and hiding in hotels, cheesy little seedy hotels in other states where God knows what goes on. Wow! Democrats on a spree, everybody! Democrats on a spree. Play it. Play it, goddammit! Play it! Where? The Democrats are in a tree, don't you see? Of their own devising. If they hadn't screwed up and not delivered any of the change they promised, they wouldn't be up a tree right now. Right, Mr. Bass Player? Oh! He's on some kind of joke, I guess. I know it's not really music, but I love it. It's the sound of Perry Logan's neurons. Hello, please choose your tube. Hello, welcome to the universe of tubes. You are now about to watch a Perry Logan show called Democrats Up a Tree. Say it with me. A Democrats up a tree. A Democrats like you and me. Okay. Please choose your tube now. Oh. Hey, what the hell are you doing in my tube? A Democrats up a tree. A Democrat's gone for you and me. Hello. Thank you for choosing my tube. It's February 24th, 2011, and I'm deeply moved that you chose my tube, baby. I feel we're pretty intimate now. Here, let me just slip into something a little more comfortable. Oh! Hey, thank you for watching on February 24th, 2011. I'm trying to keep up with time as time presses forward into ever more desperate stratospheres. Is that okay? May I say? Time presses on into ever more desperate atmospheres. Really, to place this in history, which I like to do, we're right here. I'm sorry, to place this in history, we're right here. What do you want from me? Hey, okay, I flaked. Hey, we're not friends anymore. I'm kidding. Honestly, to place it in history, these are tumultuous times, revolutions, true. Ground-up revolutions seem to be breaking out throughout the Arab world, and with varying degrees of success. Hey, unhappily for the gun guys, the revolution in Egypt, which was, from the point of view of the protesters, largely nonviolent, could not happen in the U.S. because of all the bloody guns. Hey, I just wanted to take a moment to point out that these are the times I am beaming to you from the time as Egypt struggles with its revolution. And they did it in a notably and famously nonviolent, or let's say attempted nonviolent way. It really was a question of how bad would the repression be. Libya, for example, more recently, they've been protesting in Libya, but it is turning into a war because Gaddafi is giving them no choice. Hey, these are the times we're living in. Things are heavy, things are intense. But it's worth noting that the gun guys don't want to talk about what happened in Egypt because, you see, it couldn't happen in the U.S. because of all the bloody guns. Think about that. Hey, everybody, it's time for an important Perry Logan Apathem. What happened recently in Egypt could not happen in the United States because of all the bloody guns. Bloody guns. I am seeing visions of bloody guns. Are you seeing visions of bloody guns? Oh, yes, yes. Oh my God, I'm seeing visions of bloody guns. Are you seeing visions of bloody guns? Don't you see? That whole Egypt thing could not have happened in the USA because the gun guys would have quickly opened fire when things got tense and gotten us all killed. Oh, I had a vision of bloody guns there, kind of disturbing this show, which is about Democrats in a tree, don't worry. And as I was placing it in history, I did have to note that just a kind of a terrible blow to the gun guy argument that we need guns to throw off the shackles of a tyrannous government. But you see, the people in Egypt, they didn't use guns. Now, the government hit back at them and did use guns, but they stayed more or less peaceful. That was an important part of the Egyptian revolution, which is still going on. In the U.S., the gun guys would have opened fire and gotten us all killed. That's all there is to it. The gun guys would have opened fire and gotten us all killed. That's all there is to it. That's why we have Democrats up a tree. That's where we are. Here in the U.S., of course, where, my obsessions lie in the U.S. like any good American. I'm kind of obsessed with the poor U.S., where it gets grimmer by the minute. Here, see what you think. And what's going down domestically is that the Democrats have all turned into birds and flown into a tree. The Democrats have all turned into birds and flown into a tree. Hey, see if you can spot the Democrat. Bird. Democrat. Democrat. Bird. Bird. Democrat. Democrat. Bird. There you go. There you go. Look deep into the bristles and say, I won't have any dreams about Democrats in trees. There you go. Hi. You're in the pre-show area where I knew we'd be alone, and there'd be no color and all that applause to distract us from your therapy. Hi, I'm Perry Logan's counselor. In many ways, the Perry Logan Show can be seen as a symbolic showcasing of Perry Logan's hang-ups. That's where I, Perry Logan's therapist, comes in. I'm here in the pre-show area because Perry refuses to talk to me. I want him to face his hang-ups based on, I think, primarily the sheer strength of Perry's mother, Flossie. Yeah, Perry's mother, Flossie, is a remarkable woman of many achievements. And I think has given Perry many hang-ups. And I don't even want to talk about Perry Logan's father, John, who is a stud among lefties. But never mind that. The fact is that hung up though Perry is, and inclined to give fanciful titles to his show, such as Democrats Up a Tree, but isn't that great? Go ahead, let it out. Let your love and laughter and admiration out. The Democrats are fleeing. It's based on reality. It's based on a reality which is about as weird as one of Perry's shows. No wonder he's so hung up. I think we're all kind of hung up on how the best thing the Democrats have going now is to flee. And Perry likes to point out that they're fleeing because they got shellacked. And they got shellacked because they screwed up. They didn't reform. Remember how they were told to reform? Well, you see, it's another of Perry's hang-ups. Forget about his mom and dad. Perry's just pretty darned hung up on how, what a total betrayal the Democrats have undergone. It really, he doesn't think the Democrats should be supported anymore because they have clearly cut deals, I'm pretty sure. Me and Perry are both pretty sure, and to tell you the truth, we're both a little hung up. Well, some bloggers said the Democrats are now the flea party. The Democrats really are hiding out. And, you know, it's hard for me to take that as a real triumph, you know, and it's as hard as getting Perry to calm down, all right? And don't worry, there will be oxygen soon. You do appear to be turning blue. You do appear to be turning blue. You do appear to be turning blue. Yeah, this show is given to these fugue states. You can see some of this stuff is probably deeper than a kind of a smarmy therapist should go. Okay. And by the way, I would like to register a complaint about the unauthorized applause we are sometimes hearing here in the pre-show area. I mean, what the hell is the point of a pre-show area if we're gonna... Oh! Okay, color. Okay. Okay, it really is raining. It really is raining, and why not? Democrats are fleeing everywhere because they got shellacked, and they got shellacked because they kind of didn't do what they were hard to do. Now, what is so hard to grasp about that? And by the way, welcome to the show, and try not to breathe too deeply, or you'll go into that book again. Democrat, bird, Democrat, bird. Hi, hey, it is February 24th, 2011. Getting harder, isn't it? Probably to almost everybody, it's getting harder. There is, in fact, among other things, right about now, a concerted, multi-pronged, heavily financed right-wing campaign to kind of blow the left out of the water. The show is called Democrats Up a Tree, and it simply envisions the Democrats in Wisconsin and other states are now running and hiding, literally running and hiding and holing up in cheesy little hotels where the time passes slowly and God knows what goes on. Oh! Hey, giving the Democrats a hard time because one of the dimensions of what's going on for me is that I really hate the idea that the Democrats would start posing as friends of the people. Now, this is with respect, especially to the Wisconsin Dems, whom I'm told are pretty cool Dems. Okay, but in general, you see, it is my political position as the big mouth here. I'm the big mouth here, and it's my political position that we must not support the Democrats. They are, the folks who are hiding out, you see what I mean? They probably cut deals. I'm sorry, but given it's not their fault, it's the way politics works. They cut deals with the corporations, and they are, as a whole, the Democrats, I think, have ceased to be a real friend to the left in any way. The Democrats are like a ship which has been cut loose and is drifting ever rightward, with a president who has, I hate to say it, an assassination list, a record on human rights worse than Bush Cheney, which is a little like being worse than Satan. Right, Satan?
This is Satan. Right, Harry, right. By the way, satire is not civil, okay? This is Satan reminding you. You will go to hell if you don't remember. Satire is not civil. You will go to hell where you will meet with Richard Nixon, who is on the rack. Oh, hey, this is part of my forthcoming show, Republicans in Hell. Now back to Perry.
Oh, thank you, Satan. Hey, that wasn't really Satan, okay? This is satire, okay? It's like a satiric fantasia. Like this. Hey, relax, loosen up, okay? Loosen up. The point would be that I fear my friends on the left are so desperate for good news these days, as everything gets worse, and that they're trying to see this as a big victory. And it's not like they have no point. It is, in fact, a confirmation of something I tell you all the time, which is that America has a deeply and profoundly progressive instinct. Come on, guys, we would not have social security if we were a center-right country. It would not be allowed. It would not have come up. How would a center-right country allow such a cool thing as social security to be shoved down their little throats? Well, they wouldn't. Proves we're not. Okay, it's like I say, we're really progressives, but we're kind of like being oppressed a little bit. We're being oppressed, there's no doubt about it, by the merchant class, by the rich, by the government, and by the media. Oh, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Anyway, there is a groundswell in favor of the state unions, like public unions are what are under attack. Unions being a perpetual target of the right, as they are a perpetual target of all tin hat dictators and psychos and autocrats and weirdos all over the world. Just a coincidence, I'm sure. In any case, it really is happening, but I fear the progressives are trying to make it look like a big triumph when they really look like the flea party, so to speak. As one blogger has said, the flea party. They are hiding out. You see, that's not really the most heroic thing in the world now, is it? Turning into birds and flying into trees. Oh! I'm turning into a bird! I do believe I'm turning into a bird and flying into a tree! Ha! Democrat. Democrat. Bird. Bird. Democrat. Democrat. Bird. Bird. Democrat. Democrat. Bird. Bird. Democrat. Compelling and yet enigmatic. The hypnotic beat, the compelling all of it is as memorable as Citizen Kane, as Eisenstein, as who knows what. Democrats are little wet little birds hiding in the trees. Democrats really are fleeing, and that's because they've been fleeced deeply and profoundly for, to boil it all down, because they just didn't act like Democrats. They didn't even act like half Democrats. They just kind of like totally threw in the towel. So they did get shellacked quite viciously at the state level, is the way I hear it. They got shellacked, and then super shellacked at the state level. And now with the National Democrats not worth a tinker's damn. A tinker's damn, that's not even swearing, all right? With the Democrats, the National Democrats, not supporting the states in any way, all of a sudden, not only is the political right, which just 2 years ago was lying broken and bleeding in a most comely posture on the pavement, remember that? Hey, just for fun, visualize the right, the political right, 2 or so years ago, broken and bleeding on the pavement. Are you visualizing this? The political right on their knees, so to speak, broken, bleeding, as blow after blow is rained upon their head, their eyes bursting out, their ears falling off, their faces sliced off. I disapprove. I disapprove of that little fit there. I guess this is Perry's idea of expressing how crazy it all is. Democrats have turned into birds and flown into the trees, and so desperate is the left for signs of victory and signs of hope. They're seeing it as a big victory, but I think we are going to lose this chess match. We can't be the flea party. That's just not going to happen, I don't think. Democrats, up a tree. Democrats, you and me. Democrats gone up a tree. They're no longer here for you and me. They're going to lose the chess match is what I'm saying. I don't really think it's a victory. I think the more the Obamacrats hang around, the more whooped we're going to get. And I say that with love. Check out the love I feel. Hello, this is Abraham Lincoln, generally known as the first Republican president and the president who freed the slaves. Thank you. It just makes me kind of want to puke. The way my party's gone down the crapper, is there any doubt that if I were alive today and not looking down on you from heaven, Not only would I be a Democrat, hey, damn straight, I'd be a real Democrat too. I'd be a bloody Dennis Kucinich Democrat, and not one of the corporate Democrats who are screwing things up for us today. I name no names, and I will not speak of the Obamacrats. That's Obamacrats, otherwise known as Death of the Democratic Party. Not only would I be a Democrat, there'd be an entire section of the RNC devoted to smearing me. With this thought, I say with a heavy heart that it looks like the Democrats have turned into birds and flown up a goddamn tree. And it is with a heavy heart that me and the other past presidents, not Nixon, that dog, he's on the rack in hell. This is Richard Nixon. I'm on the rack in hell. This is Richard Nixon. Perry wants you to enjoy my pain. I, Richard Nixon, am on the rack in hell. I am not a crook. I am not a crook, but I am in hell. This is Abraham Lincoln, and I object to having that dog, Richard Nixon, interrupt my show. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, you're lucky I don't turn into a monster and eat your brains! Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Abraham Lincoln has turned into a monster and eaten your brains. Please refrain from insulting the guests on the Perry Logan Show. Now this is Abraham Lincoln, and it just kind of makes me want to puke that I fought to keep those southern states in the Union when I could have bloody let them go, but never mind. I'd just like to give my support to Perry Logan's Austin Secede movement. Perry Logan from Austin Secede, and here's Perry Logan from Austin Secede right now. Hi. This is Perry Logan from Austin Secede. Don't forget, if Texas secedes from the Union, we in Austin are going to secede from Texas. There you go.